Hey Spurs family! Luka Vuskovic is heading out on loan and Yves Bissouma looks set to leave for Galatasaray, but before we dive into that, it's super important to stay up to date with all the latest Tottenham news, so make sure you follow along so you don't miss any updates. Tottenham's defensive plans have just been shaken up with teenage talent Luka Vuskovic leaving the club on loan to Hamburg. At only 18, Vuskovic finally arrived in North London this summer after an agreement was put in place 2 years ago. Now, Spurs have decided the best step for his development is to send him to Germany, where he will get the first-team action he needs. The deal is a straight loan, with no option for Hamburg to make it permanent, so Tottenham still see his long-term future at the club. But his departure has big implications. With Vuskovic now out of the picture, Thomas Frank is expected to push harder for another central defender in the final days of the transfer window. Injuries have already left Spurs thin in this area. Kota Takai is sidelined with a foot problem, Rodu Dragusin is still recovering from his ACL injury, and that leaves Kevin Danso and Ben Davies as the only true options at the back. Spurs may have been prioritising a new number 10 and a winger, but this loan exit could force them to make defensive reinforcements just as the window closes. Meanwhile, there's also movement in midfield. Yves Bissouma is closing in on a switch to Galatasaray. Out of contract next summer and firmly out of Frank's plans, the 28-year-old has agreed to a loan deal with an obligation to buy. Bissouma himself is eager for the move, seeing Turkey as the right next step. His time at Spurs has clearly run its course. He barely featured in pre-season, missed out on the UEFA Super Cup after frustrating Frank with lateness, and has been absent from the opening league matches with an injury. For all parties, this transfer feels inevitable. So Spurs fans, with Vuskovic gone and Bissouma heading for the exit, who do you think Tottenham should bring in before the deadline? Should Frank go all in on a centre-back, or do you still want that creative playmaker first? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this update, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe for more daily Spurs news.